Hey guys, this is Frozen Things Studios here, and welcome back to another movie review. And today I'll be reviewing the first newly released movie of 2023, Megan. So Megan is produced by James Wan, directed by Gerard Johnstone, and stars Alison Williams, the actress from Get Out. She played the villain in that movie, and tells a story of a robotics engineer named Gemma who adopts a young girl named Katie after her parents have gone through a car crash. After as Gemma has been producing a lot of robot toys. She actually makes one that is the main star of the movie, Megan. And knowing that Katie feels alone and wants a toy friend, Gemma pretty much gives Megan to Katie to be friends with. And as Katie and Megan develops a friendship bond, Katie becomes a little too obsessed with it, and that can lead to consequences. Megan is secretly a killer robot, but she doesn't get exposed until the end. So yeah, that happens. And also, this robotics company that Gemma works in wants to sell Megan to more people, despite how expensive it is. So I know I'm actually late to the Megan party. I I actually didn't really get to watch it. I actually originally was not really planning to see it in theaters. I was just gonna wait for it in digital. Because first of all, I was actually looking forward to this. I mean, the trailer actually looked pretty decent, but I was like thinking, yeah, it's probably gonna get panned by critics. I did not think that this movie was gonna be really popular. Like everyone's talking about this movie now. This movie pretty much overperformed at the box office, and it even greenlit a sequel that instantly, which I am pretty excited for, by the way. And yeah, I just really shocked. So I was like, okay, well, I'll see it in theaters, but I pretty much reserved my birthday. There are other movies that I was gonna watch. Like I saw I Wanna Dance with Somebody, which I thought was pretty good, and underrated, but I don't love it. And also I saw Avatar: The Way of Water again for my birthday. So I was gonna see it the week after my birthday, but unfortunately, scheduling conflicts got in the way, and yeah, I was gonna see them last Tuesday, but then my mom was like, "No, it's a school day." And I was actually busy, so I couldn't really get to see it. And then I finally saw it on like today. I saw it in a completely empty theater. It was just me and my family, except my mom. She was at work. And yeah, me and my family were in an empty theater. It's actually really nice in an empty theater. But yeah, anyway, let's talk about the movie itself. So yeah, um, oh, I forgot to mention one thing about Megas, that this movie has a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. It could change, but as I'm recording this, it's at 95%. And I gotta say, this movie was absolutely awesome. It was kind of exactly what I predicted going into this. This was pretty much my most anticipated movie of the month, tied with Missing. It was either this or Missing, but like, we'll see if Missing can be better than this. I still want to watch Missing, but yeah, and yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that this movie is overrated, despite getting rave reviews by critics. Yeah, a lot of people say that it's not that good, it's just mediocre. But to me, I absolutely love this movie. I really dug it, and I kind of agree with the critics that this movie does deserve its 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. This movie absolutely slays. This is what Child's Play 2019 should have been. And yes, I saw Child's Play 2019 yesterday, and it sucked. I absolutely hated it. This one is way better. You may think that Megan is basically a parody of Chucky and Terminator, but it's actually able to stand on its own, and it does have such a clever commentary on how society uses technology today and the dangers that come with it. Like like the way it was executed, this feels very original. Yes, unoriginal at times. It does take elements from like Chucky and Terminator, and maybe other movies that involve technology, like Run's Gone Wrong. This takes elements from Run's Gone Wrong. I would say that this movie is better than Run's Gone Wrong, and Chucky. I mean, this movie's better than all the Chucky movies. So I don't think the Chucky movies, Child's Play movies are a masterpiece. Yeah, but this one is close to being a masterpiece. Yeah, I want to say this movie is 100% a masterpiece. Not it's not a masterpiece. This movie does have a few issues. I'll get to it in a bit. But let's talk about what I love about this film. Yeah, I mean, I already mentioned that I love the social commentary of technology use and stuff. And I think most of the characters are really well written. My favorite character in this movie is Gemma, the aunt, and the engineer. Maybe I'm biased because she's played by Alison Williams, who's probably the only like I said, the only recognizable actress on this list. So yeah, I mean, I get attached to her character more than any others. I mean, but I love Gemma's arc. I mean, she's pretty relatable, like to me, because usually whenever I'm in a group of friends and I want to say something, like the other people, like just ignore me and just talk to each other, and I'm just like there in the background. Very much how, like Katie and Megan are together, talking, and then Gemma wants to tell Katie something, but Katie is just too busy with is like her attention is too much on Megan, so she doesn't really like pay attention to Gemma, and I feel bad for Gemma because I see herself in me whenever, like stuff like that happens. And I love her being just a simple protective aunt who's trying to protect her kid. And she created Megan, and she knows that Megan isn't functioning well. I mean, she's pretty much like a killer robot. And I absolutely love the child character Megan herself. Yeah, step aside Chucky and Annabelle. Megan is pretty much the queen of killer dolls, and already one of the best horror icons ever. I mean, like, I love how Megan it is so manipulative for most of the movie. I mean, she pretty much starts out as an innocent doll, but like my dad pointed out that Megan's already scary. Like you can already tell that Megan's gonna hunt people, and I can see that it does look creepy, but like I mean, yeah, it looks creepy because it's so realistic. I mean, that's what I love about Megan. It looks so realistic. It's kind of like almost as realistic as Alita from Alita Battle Angel. Yeah, which is pretty much a completely forgotten movie. And yeah, yeah, I love Megan. She's like pretty much the evil version of Alita. That's basically the best I can describe her. And I love how smart she is, and she's really a very protective friend to Katie. But no, that means killing anyone who gets in Katie's way. And I love the bonding between Katie and Megan. I absolutely love them. And yeah, and let's not forget that iconic Megan dance scene. You all know what I'm talking about. I don't need to talk more about it. And I agree with everyone. That is the best scene in the film. And yeah, I just love dance scenes that can be made into memes. It's almost like as good as the Wednesday dance scene, like another iconic dance scene in like this decade in this century. And yeah, anything else enough? Oh yeah, the killing scenes are absolutely insane. Now, there isn't really a lot of jump scares. I think there was only one jump scare. The one where involving Megan and that neighbor dog, which I'll get to later about talking about the neighbor. Like basically a jump scare. Yeah, involving the dog. And technically there would be two jump scares if you count that one jump scare in the car with that dog. I mean, yeah, the fact that dog is involved in more jump scares than Megan herself is, yeah, I don't know to say. But the final battle, I mean, wow, the final battle is absolutely intense, and yeah, I love the final battle, and it's not scary, but I mean, it's like pretty much kind of like the Terminator final battle, but I mean, I still love it either way, especially when Bruce comes in. Bruce basically the other robot, which I think it was the first robot that Gemma designed, like she did in college. I mean, looks like Katie has a new friend that is Bruce now. So let's see how that's gonna play out in the sequel, Megan 2.0. Now, yes, like what I mentioned earlier, this movie isn't perfect, and now I'm gonna get to my few criticisms with the movie. First of all, I like Katie. I mean, she's a very adorable girl. You'd feel bad for her, and I love her character writing, for the most part. Unfortunately, I don't love Katie like I wanted to. I mean, I love adorable girls in movies. I mean, I just love like to root for them. But Katie has a lot of problems. I mean, there's like a lot of decisions with her character I personally don't agree with. Yeah, basically, you all know that Katie's obsessed with Megan, and whenever Megan is taken away from Katie, Katie pretty much gets into a bad attitude. Well, there are times. There was actually one like portion of the movie where Katie's actions have gone way too far. Like I said, like her actions are villainous and questionable. And like what my dad pointed out, she should be taken to a foster home. It's basically the part where yeah, I mean, I'm sure you know how, like, I don't know how to explain the scene without actually spoiling it, but I'll just say it's Megan's pretty much taken to Gemma's workplace, the office, and then Katie gets mad about it, and she has her therapist, but then she literally tried to murder her own therapist with a sister. I mean, every time like Megan's taken away, I mean, Katie would just attack the adults and try to and went as far as trying to murder her own therapist with a sister. That is way too far. I mean, I hope that Katie's better and a bit more likable in the sequel. I mean, again, for the most part, Katie is likable, but like that part alone, just like maybe question her. Like, and I also hate the neighbor. I forgot the name, but like that neighbor with the dog who bit Katie. I mean, I hate the neighbor. She's so annoying. I mean, she's like, oh, she's like really annoying. I mean, she gives for no reason just blaming Gemma. Like saying that, oh, Gemma killed my dog. Oh, I mean, just she really should shut up, man. Like she should get out. Like, I hate that neighbor. I mean, and yeah, and the boss, David, the boss of the robotics company is, and I mean, he's pretty much your typical businessman cliche, those type, greedy businessman cliche, but like he's not bad. I mean, I don't think he's bad, and I mean, is there like I think there's another one. Oh yeah, I won't say this one's just more of a nitpick. I mean, it's not really because it's not really too. It does have a relation to the film, but like I don't like it. I mean that much, but I wouldn't like go as far as call it as a flaw, just a nitpick. The Furbies in the beginning, like so creepy. I mean, probably even more creepy than the Megan. I mean, creepy in a bad way. I just don't like looking at them. That ad, like in the beginning of the movie, like literally right after the Universal. I mean, there is actually this ad that's showing this commercial about Furbies, and I was like, are we? I was like thinking we were in the wrong movie, but like it was just so weird. It felt like it was just some. It felt like the movie was broken or something. But like, yeah, that was just weird. So overall, Megan may not be a perfect movie, but it is a near flawless film. This is pretty much one of the best January horror movies. I think this is my second favorite January horror movie, second only behind Scream 5. And I mean, and I absolutely love this movie. I mean, it does take familiar aspects, but it's able to execute itself to make it something fresh and unique, and have some social commentary to it. So yeah, I get why people say this movie is overrated, but to me, this movie is not overrated in the slightest bit. The 95% Rotten Tomatoes, that's pretty much what I'd rate Megan. Actually, pretty much I'd rate it like a little lower in the 90s, like 91 or 92%, something like that. But like 95% is perfectly fine with me. So with that said, I'm gonna give Megan a 9 out of 10. So also for my review of Megan, what is your opinion on this movie? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my defense video on Max Mayfield. And stay tuned for more trailer styles. So yeah, bye guys.